बोल दीजिए।
आप सभी का इस द्विदिवसीय मध्यस्थता प्रशिक्षण एवं कार्यशाला में हार्दिक स्वागत व अभिनंदन करते हैं। परिवार न्यायालय की संवेदीकरण समिति द्वारा परिवार न्यायालय से संबंधित मामलों को मध्यस्थता द्वारा समाप्त किए जाने हेतु मध्यस्थता के सिद्धांत व तरीके की जानकारी देने और बातचीत के माध्यम से मामलों के निस्तारण के कौशल में बढ़ोतरी इस कार्यशाला का आयोजन किया गया है। हमारे मध्य परिवार न्यायालय की संवेदीकरण समिति की माननीय अध्यक्षा व माननीय सदस्यगण उपस्थित आ चुके हैं। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्रीमती सुनीता अग्रवाल, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री जे मुनीर, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्रीमती साधना रानी ठाकुर, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय की मंच पर उपस्थिति हार्दिक अभिनंदनीय है। माननीय अध्यक्षा महोदय से मैं कार्यक्रम के प्रारंभ की सादर अनुमति दी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद लॉर्डशिप। इस क्रम में मैं मंचासीन न्यायमूर्तिगण व इस हॉल में उपस्थित माननीय न्यायमूर्ति गण की उपस्थिति हेतु सादर अभिवादन करती हूँ। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री संजय कुमार कचौरी, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री राम मनोहर नारायण चिंता सर, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री नरेंद्र कुमार श्रीवास्तव, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री शंकर प्रसाद, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय की हार्दिक स्वागत व अभिवादन करती हूँ। हमारे बीच माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय से उपस्थित मुख्य प्रशिक्षक गण श्री अनूप कुमार श्रीवास्तव, श्री नीरज उपाध्याय, श्रीमती राजलक्ष्मी सिन्हा, श्री संदीप सक्सेना का हार्दिक अभिवादन करती हूँ। कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित माननीय न्यायमूर्ति कृष्ण पहल, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय व माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री समीर जैन, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय का हार्दिक अभिनंदन व स्वागत करती हूँ तथा कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित अन्य सभी प्रशिक्षक गण का सादर अभिवादन करती हूँ। इस अभिवादन क्रम में श्रीमान महानिबंधक इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय और श्रीमान प्रधान न्यायाधीश गण परिवार न्यायालय जो सभी जनपदों से यहाँ प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त करने हेतु उपस्थित आए हैं तथा सभी श्रीमान अपर प्रधान न्यायाधीश गण परिवार न्यायालय का स्वागत व अभिनंदन करती हूँ। माननीय मंचासीन अतिथिगण से विनम्र आग्रह करती हूँ कि दीप प्रज्वलन हेतु सादर उपस्थित होने की कृपा करें और सभी न्यायमूर्तिगण माननीय न्यायमूर्तिगण से भी विनम्र आग्रह है कि कार्यक्रम के शुभारंभ में दीप प्रज्वलन से इस रोशनी से इस कार्यक्रम के सफलता का आह्वान किया जा सके। आप माननीय गण उपस्थित होकर दीप प्रज्वलन की कृपा करें। तमसो मां ज्योतिर्गमय, यह ज्योति हम सभी को ज्ञानवान व प्रकाशवान करे और इस प्रशिक्षण कार्यशाला में संवेदीकरण समिति की माननीय अध्यक्षा महोदय और सदस्यगण की जो भी उद्देश्य से ये कार्यशाला की गई है उस कार्यशाला की कार्यक्रम के अग्रिम क्रम में मैं श्रीमान महानिबंधक महोदय से आग्रह करती हूँ कि संवेदीकरण समिति की अध्यक्षा महोदया को इस कार्यक्रम के प्रति चिन्ह हेतु एक जीवंत पौधा प्रदान कर कार्यक्रम की सफलता के उद्देश्य पूर्तिक्रिया प्रदान करें। इस क्रम में समिति की माननीय अध्यक्षा महोदया से भी विनम्र आग्रह करती हूँ कि मंचासीन अतिथि माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री जे मुनीर न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय को यह पुष्प चिन्ह और चिन्ह प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। श्रीमान महानिबंधक महोदय से आग्रह है कि माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्रीमती साधना रानी ठाकुर न्यायाधीश उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद को और चिन्ह प्रदान करें। अग्रिम क्रम में पुनः मैं समिति की अध्यक्षा महोदया से आग्रह करती हूँ कि इस प्रशिक्षण कार्यशाला के मुख्य प्रशिक्षक गण को और चिन्ह प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। इस क्रम में हम आमंत्रित करते हैं श्री अनूप कुमार श्रीवास्तव जी। श्री नीरज उपाध्याय जी। श्रीमती राजलक्ष्मी सिन्हा जी।
Yes.
श्री संदीप सक्सेना जी।
Yes. Yeah.
इस क्रम में अब संवेदीकरण समिति की माननीय सदस्य माननीय श्रीमती साधना रानी ठाकुर न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय को स्वागत अभिव्यक्ति हेतु आग्रह करते हैं।
Honorable Mr. Justice, the Chairperson, High Court Committee for Sensitization for the Family Court Matters. Honorable Mr. Justice J. Muni, Guest of Honor. Honorable Justice Shri Rajendra Kumari, Honorable Justice Shri S.C. Patalika, Honorable Justice Nalin Srivastava, Honorable Justice Shri Arvind Mishra, Honorable Justice Shri Shiv Shankar ji, Honorable Justice Shri Samir ji, and Honorable Justice Shri Krishna Gandhi. Organizers of the committee, our respective trainers, and of course, the most important, the various principal judges of our family courts and additional family court judges arrived here from various districts. For the very first time, to enhance the negotiable negotiation skills of our family court judges. This workshop is being organized for our family court judges on the concept and techniques of mediation. I, on behalf of myself and on behalf of High Court Committee for Sensitization of Family Court Matters, welcome all of you. A very good morning, all. As you all know, mediation process is an important part of family court working. A family court cannot be imagined without mediation. In our family relations, peace and harmony between the members of the family are of paramount importance. In family matters, a technical approach is never needed, and interference of law is not always needed. The members of a family who are in a disagreement can try to solve their grievances by discussing it instead of going to the courts. Mediation is an excellent choice for matrimonial disputes. Family Courts Act allows the family court to make fair efforts to settle matrimonial disputes, and counselors and mediators assist the family court in this matter. The mediators and counselors try to provide a solution to the issues, and the parties negotiate until they reach a common point. If negotiation fails, then the matter will be referred to the court. To achieve the goal of this workshop, our mediation trainers, Anupam Srivastava, Neeraj Upadhyay, Raghu Sinha, and Sandeep Sinha would make their every endeavor to familiarize all of you with the concept and various techniques of mediation. I hope this workshop would certainly prove to be fruitful in your day-to-day working in the family courts. Thanks. Jai.
हार्दिक धन्यवाद मैम। सभागार में उपस्थित नवीन आगंतुक माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री राजीव गुप्ता, न्यायाधीश उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री समित गोपाल, न्यायाधीश उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति सुश्री नंदप्रभा शुक्ला, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय का भी मैं हार्दिक अभिनंदन व स्वागत करती हूँ। इस क्रम में समिति के माननीय सदस्य माननीय श्री जे मुनीर, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय से भी मैं अभिभाषण हेतु विनम्र आग्रह करती हूँ।
Very good evening, my esteemed sister Sunita Agarwal, Chairman of the Mediation Committee, Justice Hari Kapoor, the other brothers and sisters of the dais, ladies and gentlemen present. The system of family courts was devised to take away the impersonal touch of the regular court system from the methods of resolving family disputes. We might be aware, many of us, that even in England, the High Court of Justice in the olden times always had a separate division to deal with family matters, though it was called in a very different way. Now we have a formal family division in the High Court of Justice. There earlier they called it the divorce, admiralty, and the probate division. So everybody was aware that family matters are a class apart, and they are a class apart in the sense that go through the rigmarole of a formal litigation and end in a decree, which they must. But the route they must follow is quite different. Mediation was a tool that was always in mind. It was always used, but never perceived as a distinct method. It was in much later years that it came to be recognized as a distinct tool in resolving family disputes. The most essential features of the process of mediation, as many of us know, many of us are trained mediators, some are mediator trainers. It is about the fact that what we do in mediation is that we act as facilitators. Negotiation, as you know, is a partnership between two parties, and mediation is something where the impersonal agency of the mediator is there to help find parties solution for themselves. It is a very difficult task. You don't come up with the moment two people sit before you, look, you can do this or this. This is not the approach of a mediator. You help parties generate solutions. These are very elementary things. I will not tell you about all this because mediators know, and the judges of the family courts who are already trained mediators, in some way they would know, others will come to know through the lecture. But the most important part is that as a family court judge, I believe that you must always try to do something which is very important to the resolution of a family dispute, and that is to find out the underlying fact. That can always go on even while you are adjudicating. You may not be formally mediated. If you formally choose to mediate, of course, then you must go through the process. It is a structured process. Mediation is not that, it is not a structured process, it has got its own methodology. There is just one thing about the technical feature of which I must remind you, that if in a family court there are more than two judges, and one decides to formally take up mediation, because that is one of the processes open to you, then if you take up mediation and reach a result where you terminate, then you should, I think, possibly not take up the case on the judicial side and decide. You should entrust it to the additional principal judge, or if you are the principal judge, or some other judge on the court. So these are the few things I wanted to share with you, and I will not detain you further. And thank you very much for being a patient audience. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय विपिन चंद्र दीक्षित, न्यायाधीश उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद का भी मैं हार्दिक अभिनंदन व स्वागत करती हूँ। इस क्रम में मैं परिवार न्यायालय की संवेदीकरण समिति की माननीय अध्यक्षा महोदया, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्रीमती सुनीता अग्रवाल, न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय से इस कार्यशाला प्रशिक्षण के मूल उद्देश्य व लाभ पर प्रकाश प्रदान करने का आग्रह। A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Mr. Justice J.J. Mani, our guest of honor, thank you so much for sparing your valuable time and accepting our request to honor this occasion. Thank you, Justice Mani. My esteemed colleague, Justice Karnalani Thakur, who has always been there for me. Whenever I make a request, she's there. So I can share all my responsibility and I can depend upon her. Thank you so much, Sarnaji. Thank you for my colleagues, brother and sister judges who have accepted this invitation to reach at this guest house at 9:30, which is that too on a Saturday when we are not used to reaching. Some of us, especially I, am not used to reaching at a high court at 9:30. So thank you so much for gracing this occasion. Thank you, mediators, senior mediators who are invited here. And I'm not taking everybody's name, but thank you so much for joining us. This is the hall where I have received my training as a mediator. And I proudly say, everyone, everywhere, wherever I get an opportunity, I always say I am the first batch mediator of Allahabad High Court. And when I
when I say this, I get goosebumps. And Justice J.J. Munir, he is also the first batch mediator. When in 2006, we were selected to be trained as mediator, being the young lawyers having too much of excitement in working in our field as striving hard to establish ourselves as lawyers in this high court. We were not aware as to what actually mediation was. And we were excited only for the fact that we were selected by a committee of judges to impart training as a mediator. That was the only excitement we had when we reached at this forum. We could not understand. I honestly accept that we could not even understand after that training of 2 days, I suppose, 2 days marathon training by Dr. Sriram Panchu and his team. We did not understand. But only one question I remember, which was asked by Dr. Sriram Panchu, and I answered that why are you here? So that the abrupt answer from me was because this is an old age technique. Mediation is there. It's not new, it's there always. It was there and it had different forms. Like in our society, people used to mediate. There were panchayats, there were trained mediators, it was from the olden times. So, but when after training, we conducted mediation. For about a year, I could not succeed. Not a single mediation was, I would say that not a single settlement arrived, but I succeeded. I succeeded in training myself as a mediator, and after 1 year, the first mediation in which a settlement arrived, that was a success for the strained effort made by me for 1 year. So what I try to convey is that mediation as a technique, it not only helps you in settling the cases, it helps you in improving your personality. So one person who is in the profession, either as a lawyer or as a judge or as a judicial officer of the district court, he or she must know the techniques of mediation, because you are always evolved as a judge. You are not appointed as a judge, you are evolved as a judge. After your appointment, it takes years together to evolve as a judge. So in this process of evolution, this mediation helps a lot. Now I realize even I personally realize that my personality has changed a lot with this mediation exercise, mediation training, doing mediations, and even at one stage I am just a J.J. Munir, but trainers as well. So while training the new batch or something, so we were not the trained mediator by MCPC, because at that time MCPC was not there. But still, we evolved with the passage of time, and now I realize that how mediation helps me. So the idea of this workshop, especially for the family court judges, came from my experience as a mediator. So I thought whatever I got in this institution, the way my personality too, I don't know whether you agree, how I deliver myself, I cannot praise myself, but I know that my personality as the passage of time has evolved. So this is the idea why I, as the chairperson of this committee, and thanks to my colleagues, all members of the committee who had agreed to this suggestion that we should arrange this kind of specialized training for the family court judges, and I would definitely thank to Justice Sunil Kumar, who could not join us because of his pre-engagement, that he has readily agreed to my request. And the mediator trainers in our High Court, the 4 mediator trainers here, Mr. Anup Kumar Srivastava, Mr. Neeraj Trivedi, Mr. Sandeep Saxena, Madam Rajashri Sinha, they had readily agreed and they had worked hard to conceive this workshop. So I would thank everyone here, and I'm quite hopeful and confident as well that this 2-day training, though it is only the first phase of training, will definitely help you in dealing with family court matters, which require specialized training and skills to deal with the disputes, because the disputes are not about any. The disputes before the family court is not in black and white. It is about the family. It is about emotions, human behavior, human emotions. You are dealing with while you are dealing with the disputes. You have to deal with your emotions as well, your prejudices. Everyone has some kind of bias and prejudices. I cannot say that I am above all those. But this a skill which you will acquire by way of this mediation training exercise, hopefully help you in dealing with all those matters which are especially very different from the regular litigation. So thank you so much, and I believe that you all are excited to be here and be part of this training exercise. So participants, keep your spirit on for two days, and thank you so much.
धन्यवाद माननीय महोदय। और हम आशा करते हैं कि हम सभी न्यायिक अधिकारी जो यहाँ प्रशिक्षण लेने आए हुए हैं, आपके इस उद्देश्य और इच्छा को इस प्रशिक्षण कार्यक्रम के बाद अपने न्यायालय में कार्य करके कुछ अच्छे रिजल्ट्स हम दे सके। और जैसा कि आपके हमेशा विचार रहते हैं कि परिवार बचाना ही परिवार न्यायालय का मुख्य उद्देश्य है, तो हम सभी इस प्रशिक्षण कार्यक्रम के बाद उसका लाभ उठा सकेंगे। इस पूरे कार्यक्रम के लिए, आयोजन के लिए हार्दिक धन्यवाद हम सभी न्यायिक अधिकारी। थैंक यू सो मच। और कार्यक्रम की समाप्ति हेतु मैं माननीय महोदय से अनुमति चाहती हूँ। इस तरह इस औपचारिक उद्घाटन कार्यक्रम की समापन की घोषणा करती हूँ। सभी के लिए सूक्ष्म जलपान की व्यवस्था है। मैं माननीय न्यायमूर्तिगण सभी से आग्रह करती हूँ और हमारे मुख्य प्रशिक्षकगण, न्यायिक अधिकारीगण सभी सूक्ष्म जलपान हेतु इस यहाँ से प्रस्थान करने के लिए धन्यवाद।
Thank you. You have conducted it very well.